Hi, good morning. I am on my way to work. I am a 62-year-old hairstylist that's been doing hair for 41 years. Yeah, so I'm on my way. My commute usually takes 35 to 40 minutes. I wanted to stop at Staples so I can do, let me close this because it's making a lot of noise. I wanted to stop at Staples because I have, that's better, I have some Amazon returns, so I don't know if I'm gonna have time. I'm telling you, I really wish I didn't live so far from my job. Now, I used to live where my job is, and after a divorce and moving back to another part of the city and remarried, I'm 35 minutes, 40 minutes away from work now. So, yeah, there you go. Life happens. So, I'm 62. I'm going to work until I'm 65. So that's the plan. I'm in good shape, So that's the plan. On the average, I do anywhere from 4 to 6 people a day. Now, back in the day, yeah, I used to rock it. I used to, it was nothing to do 12, 15 people a day. Nothing. But now, as you get older, it just, you slow down and life happens. But I love my job. I love my clients. My clientele base range from 10 to 90s. I got some in the 90s. Yeah, I have a few. Yeah, but yeah, all age ranges. Yeah, and so I have a salon suite. I've been in all different types of salons. I started off in commission. First 2 places I worked in were commission. And after that, I moved to Detroit. And my husband at the time was like, I saw an area where there's a lot of salons, and it's a very busy area, and it's on 7 Mile Road in the heart of the west side of Detroit. I think that's west. So I started off in a commission salon first before I did that, before I went to the heart of Detroit. And it just wasn't enough money working in a department store salon. And then I went to a booth rent salon. Never did booth rent in my life. And I went to a couple of salons, showed them my portfolio, and I went to this one salon, and it was open 24 hours, 7 days a week salon. Huge place. Lots of stylists, and it was busy. And this was in like 1990, because I had just had my daughter, Taffy. Yeah, so, and I am scared to death because I never pay booth rent. I live in a city where I have no friends, no family, no one to support me. So I had an interview at this salon, and I told the owner, black guy, middle-aged, and I told him, I said, look, I don't have any family. I'm just going to be upfront with you. I don't have any family. I don't have any friends. I don't know anyone here. I'm a little nervous about it. I was just upfront, you know. And he was like, tell you what, your booth rent will be, normally it's $150. Your booth rent will be $75 a week. And then we'll go from there. We'll gradually raise your rent as you go. I was like, okay. I went home nervous as I don't know what, because I'm thinking, how am I going to get this guy $75? I still don't know anyone. So I go to my first day of work, and it's busy. It's busy. And I plug up my Plymatics, but I look around and everyone are using Marcel's, the curlers in the stove. Click, 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 click. You know, and so they gave me a client. And I did her hair. Then I did another. Then I did another. I was like, wow, I have his booth rent. You know, because I'm collecting the money. It's my money. All I got to do is pay my booth rent at the end of the week. And so one day, one of my coworkers in the salon, this guy, he said, come here, I want to talk to you about something. And so we go out back, and I was probably only working there like a week. And we go out back, and he opens his trunk, and he says, here are some Marcel curlers. And I said, well, I have a stove at home. He said, start using these. Get rid of the Plymatics. And Plymatics are the electric curlers. Okay. So for those who don't know what Plymatics are, they look like the Golden Hots. But Plymatics were in at one time, like in the 80s. But 1980s. But anyway, he says, you give me $20 a week until you pay them off. And he gave them to me for a steal, you know. And I was so grateful to that guy, you know, and to the people that I met in Detroit, you know. People said, I mean, Detroit has a bad rep. But I met some wonderful people, you know, and good friends, and a helping hand. I must say, a helping hand. I could tell you tons of stories, tons of things that have happened to me, and the people I've met. But so anyway, I hurried up, paid him off on those curlers, those Marcel curlers, and I was doing good. That I got addicted to it. I got addicted to working because I was making big money. And then one day I was working, and the man that owned the salon, his name was Razul. And I saw him looking at me. I was like, oh shit, he gonna raise your rent. Because he said, you're working. And you're busy, you know. You spend a lot of time up in here. So he pulled me aside. He was like, it's time to put you at the normal booth rent rate. And I was okay with that, and I thanked him. You know, I thanked him for that opportunity. Yeah, and so that was a great start for me. Things didn't work out with my relationship with my ex-husband, and I end up coming back to Ohio. And so that's my story of working in Detroit. And like I said, I met great people. I met a girl that I was good friends with, a girl named Kelly in the salon, and her mom babysat. I had two little kids. I had two toddlers. And her mom would babysit for me she would watch both of them from morning, and we used to be in that salon all night. She would watch those kids from morning to night. She watched both of them for me for $25. I just packed their lunch and diapers and, you know. But yeah, that was a blessing to me. And, you know, it got to a point where, you know, me and my ex, we split, went our separate ways, and I kept working, and, you know, I stayed in Detroit for a while. And there was a family that just adored my daughter, and she had 3 daughters. And every Friday, they would come pick my daughter up and keep her for me over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and I pick her up on Sunday. And they were a blessing to me. God, yeah. And then I ended up moving to another salon called Charmel's. Well, I learned a lot from Sharon Brown, and she's a no nonsense person, and she's straight to the truth. She'll hold back, and we're still friends to this day. And I need to go visit her. But yeah, so anyway, that's my story of being a young hairstylist. And so since then, I have rented. I went to booth rent, and then I ended up going into a suite, which I love being in a suite. It's just where I work now is best. It's best because I work in a mostly rural area, and I don't have to worry. And most of my clientele are African American, so I don't have to worry about any riffraff. So yeah, so being in a suite, having my privacy, them having privacy, it works out. Yeah. Well, anyway, gotta go, and I hope you all have a blessed day, and see you around. Bye bye.